This is Good Morning Suncoast. We're here for you.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Stephanie Roberts, and it's great to have meteorologist Josh Stone with us today as well.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us on this
a good Thanksgiving
shopping day. I did have a nice Thanksgiving dinner, a little sleepy. We'll blame the turkey for that, right?
Exactly.
How about you?
Well, I went to our chef Judy Gallagher's house.
Oh,
and
wonderful.
It was unbelievable.
Oh.
She was just, this buffet just went on for like a mile.
If in doubt, go join a chef for Thanksgiving.
Exactly.
A lot of folks out and about already this morning, and I did see a little fog out there. What are we expecting?
Yeah, there are some reports from the National Weather Service that there's some patchy fog. So if you're going to be out early this morning trying to get that early morning shopping in, just be careful on the roadways. Let's check out the current temperature right now. It's 68 degrees with a few clouds out there, but again, with the low-lying cloud, which is a fog, just be careful with some of the patchy areas with that, because there could be some times where it could be dense and the visibility will be limited. Dew point at 62, the humidity at 81%, and you can look at the Titan radar. Really nothing to show you here. High pressure in control. We really need some rain, and we haven't had any for the month of November, only 1/100th of an inch. But looks like maybe that could change next week. We'll talk about it in the main weathercast.
All right, sounds good. And we're going to talk about traffic right now, where we are seeing quiet conditions on the roadways. We are not looking at any problems, although folks certainly are out and about even on this early hour on the holiday. I certainly saw the crowds near Ellenton. Downtown, things look quiet in Bradenton. You can expect the traffic along I-75, especially as we get closer to the opening of the malls at 7 a.m. In Sarasota, pretty quiet across Fruitville, Bee Ridge, and Clark roads, but with the University Town Center shops open, many of them, there is some volume expected in that area, and I-75 is accident and delay free all the way into South County. It is 5:02, and topping our news this morning, Black Friday shopping is taking over the Suncoast. Crowds of locals flocked to the University Town Center area beginning yesterday afternoon. Target opened their doors at 5 p.m. yesterday, and holiday shopping frenzy is still happening this morning. ABC 7's Kate Flexter got up early for us to take a look at how things are going out there. Good morning, Kate. How's it look?
Good morning, Stephanie. It's definitely an early morning out here, but a lot of people don't seem to mind, and that's because this is a holiday tradition for them. If you look over here, definitely not a big line busting out the door or anything. And interestingly, it was a lot busier last night. That's because, like a lot of stores, Target's opening on Thursday night rather than Friday morning, turning into a lot more of a Black Thursday night than Black Friday. But for some, like I said, this is a holiday tradition. Earlier today, we talked to a family who said that they came out not for those bargains, but more for the family time. We're going to hear from them coming up at 5:30, so be sure to stay with us. Stephanie?
Well, Kate, you're in a great area there. Target's next to several other big-name retailers. Do you see competition between the stores, or is it just too early right now?
It's a little too early still. The parking lots are a little bit empty, but there definitely is that sense of competition. I know we've all kind of seen the commercials kind of leading up to this week, but in talking to some of those shoppers, they said that they already kind of have a game plan, know which items they're going for.
Sounds like a good one. All right, enjoy. We'll be checking in with you throughout the morning. And if you are out and about shopping this morning, we would love to hear from you. You can send comments and pictures from your shopping experience into our Facebook page, or go to mysuncoast.com and send us an email. Well, while the Suncoast is getting its fair share of holiday deals today, shoppers in larger cities are swarming by the masses to even bigger outlets. Reporter Maggie Hickey has a look at what crowds are like at the iconic Macy's in New York City.
Macy's Herald Square opened at 5 p.m. Thanksgiving Day, an hour earlier than last year. An estimated 16,000 eager shoppers were waiting for those doors to open. And once inside, the shoppers we spoke to didn't seem to mind the crowds because of what they saw as deep discounts.
Lovely pullover for my girlfriend, Tommy Hilfiger.
How much? Or how much off?
50% off, so for $40 instead of $80.
The National Retail Federation predicted increase in sales this holiday season, a 3.6% jump. People are expected to spend $632 billion this holiday season, up from $607 billion last year. More than half of that expected to be spent online by millennials. Is it a little too crazy in there for shopping?
No, I don't think so. I just like it.
And while lots of tonight's shoppers are tourists, there were lots of enthusiastic locals as well. What was the best deal you got?
Oh, it's definitely these pillows, the hotel collection and the Ralph Lauren collection for the pillows.
Yeah.
The best ones. 70% off, I think, around like all the pillows over there. So
50% off.
definitely look into that.
Right. What was the discount?
How much is 40% off? Yes, 40%.
40% off. Wow, you got a good deal.
Yes.
Nice
I like
boots. Nice boots. A nice coat. It's going to keep you warm.
Yep.
Okay. Happy shopping.
Happy shopping to you and happy Thanksgiving.
Happy shopping!
Fun out there at Macy's. Now, if you'd rather try and start making money this weekend rather than just spending it, you may be in luck. Macy's here in Sarasota is hosting a job fair for seasonal positions tomorrow. They will be hosting interviews on the spot at the store at Westfield Southgate Mall from 11 in the morning to 5 o'clock in the evening. Well, the most people are consumed with shopping for deals today. Thousands of us here on the Suncoast are thankful to have had a good meal on Thanksgiving. Several organizations provided those meals yesterday free of charge. ABC 7's Rick Adams has that story.
I'm here at the Salvation Army where everybody's in the Thanksgiving spirit of things. It does help that there's a lot of great food being handed out. Hundreds of people had their tummies filled at the Salvation Army in Sarasota on this Thanksgiving Day. Turkey was the main dish of choice with lots of side dishes and desserts. One of those who is thankful for what the Salvation Army does is Rebecca, a Sarasota resident who was there with her son and grandkids.
Very much grateful. Because without them, it's be a lot of hungry people out there.
This is a day Major Ethan Frizzell and his team at the Salvation Army looks forward to each and every year.
We've been able to celebrate God's blessings in the midst of family and friends of those today who are in life recovery or recovering from their homeless experience. So we're so glad to have the community join together.
Amy Garrison is one of the many volunteers making a difference. This is the 4th year her and her husband have donated their time to help out.
It gives me such a great feeling inside to do this, to give back to the community. I love to give back.
In Manatee County, the American Legion Post 312 was giving out free turkey dinners with all the fixins. It was one of the special ways that members of the lodge say they are able to honor veterans and their guests on this holiday.
It makes everybody feel good. Yeah. Everybody donate, the town and everything's donated.
And when all is said and done, the Salvation Army here says they'll have dished out around 800 free meals. So there's a lot of thanks and a lot of giving going on. Reporting from Sarasota, I'm Rick Adams, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
Police in Sarasota are sharing what they are thankful for this Thanksgiving season. On the SPD Facebook page, Chief Bernadette DePino says she's thankful for her family, her poodle Cece, and her mad tennis skills. Sergeant Ken Rainey is thankful for his family, community support, and that his wife loves his mustache. Officer Jessica Sullivan is thankful for her puppy and that her dad's cancer is in remission. This social media project is all part of bridging the gap between officers and the community.
We are out here to help people and try and make a difference.
I'm very thankful for this job this year. Yeah, it is scary, honestly, but it's a job that I love and it's the risk that I'm willing to take.
These posts come one day after an officer was killed in the line of duty in Detroit and after another was shot and injured last Sunday on Sanibel Island here in Southwest Florida. Well, with Thanksgiving over, the city of Venice now is focusing on the remaining holidays, and to kick off the shopping season, the annual Venice Holiday Parade will make its way through downtown on Saturday night. That parade will start on West Venice Avenue and head east, ending at the Venice Community Center. Venice Avenue will close to traffic starting at 3 p.m. Saturday. Keep that in mind. Tons of floats and marching bands will take part, including Santa Claus. ABC 7 will also be in the parade. You can see us there last year and join Scott Dennis, John Scalzi, and me this year. This is the 41st year for this event. Siesta Key Village will hold its annual Light Up the Village celebration Saturday. A parade will kick off the event, followed by the annual Christmas tree lighting. This activity starts at 5:40, with the parade making its way down Ocean Boulevard to Beach Road. Many businesses will be in the parade, and of course, Santa Claus himself. This is the 32nd year for the event. So to me, it's always key that when we do these parades, not that it obviously doesn't rain, which we rarely see this time of year, but that it's not too hot. It's hard to get into that holiday spirit when you're sweating with your friends and neighbors.
I was at the Venice Parade once. It was It was really cold that
Okay,
one
good.
night.
I'm hoping for that.
You
Although
want
I
that?
do,
Get in the
just get you
holiday
the spirit. I want to
yeah.
wear a sweater and, you know, kind of feel a little festive. What's our temperatures looking like this weekend?
I don't think it's going to be like below freezing. So
I figured not.
That's probably a good thing for the patrons to go into the parade. But it does look like we're going to have a very pleasant conditions.
Oh, good.
There is a change in our forecast. Of course, we'll break it down for you in a little bit.
Okay, we'll have that coming up. Thank you, Josh. Plus, coming up, a tribute to an outstanding journalist that is near and dear to our ABC7 crew. Linda Carson gives us a look at the amazing life of our owners, Culkin Media's co-founder. And coming up later in the hour, expectant mothers in Florida making strides to end tobacco use while pregnant. What new program is helping with their success? Stay with us.
Batteries Plus bulbs keep stacks of batteries for cars, cell phones, watches, plus light bulbs for lamps, can lights, and appliances right on hand. Did I mention we also repair smartphones? Batteries Plus bulbs. Trust the plus. Visit Batteries Plus bulbs today.
This holiday season, give the greatest gifts of all, safety and peace of mind. Subaru offers more 2016 IIHS Top Safety Pick Plus winners than any other brand. And now during the Subaru Share the Love event, you can lease the most award-winning small SUV on the planet. A new 2017 Subaru Forester for just $209 a month. Or get 0% financing. Get more for your money. Go to Sunset Subaru in Sarasota.
You only have one life. Are you gambling with it? 1 in 3 adults have high blood pressure. Not knowing your numbers could cause you to lose, big time. Luckily, you can turn the odds in your favor by getting your blood pressure checked today. Don't leave your health to chance. Learn more at heart.org/HPB.
Selling your home? Insist on a 3D showcase tour from Gulf Shores Realty. Virtual tours are flat and boring and look more like a slideshow than a tour. A 3D tour from Gulf Shores Realty is like actually walking through the home without the drive. Get instant access to your next home from any device. Multiple views give homebuyers a perspective like no other. For a limited time, mention ABC7 and Gulf Shores Realty will provide a complimentary 3D tour with your new listing.
They care. They take the time to understand you, take the time to understand your case.
There's no better satisfaction to me than to see a client who is happy because of the job we've done for them.
It's really actually very comforting to know that there's someone that you've heard of and you're getting recommendations about that you can turn to when you have a problem.
I felt like I had a partner in this, and he was going to be by my side.
Happy Friday. We finally made it to the weekend, and we're starting off our Friday with 68 degrees. When you walk out the door, just watch out for some patchy fog on the roadways. There's been some reports of some areas of patchy fog, and at times that could be dense, so just look out for that. Dew point is 62, so the dew point's fairly close to the temperature there. That's why we're seeing some reports of the fog. But other temperatures around the area, 70 here in Cortez, 62 in Venice, 59 Northport, so mid to upper 50s, lower 60s around the Suncoast on this Friday morning. We can expect, once again, highs topping out in the lower 80s. Actually, yesterday we topped out in the mid 80s, but our average for this time of the year is 77, so we're going to be above that again today. Partly cloudy skies this afternoon. Showers next week? Well, we'll see. We're working on it for you. Well, we haven't had much rain at all this month of November, only 1/100th of an inch, and that's it. And our radar remains quiet at this time. Let's check out that rainfall for the month of November. There you go, 0.01. That's it. In the entire month of November so far, our average for this time of the year is supposed to be 1.5 inches or just over it. So, yeah, we could use the rain. And there is two cold fronts coming. when we see a cold front on a weather map, that usually tells us that's a lifting mechanism that could trigger some shower activity. But the first cold front, not so much. Why? Because there's dry air aloft, and it's going to come, and there's nothing to lift. There's no dynamics for any sort of shower activity to happen. All this dry air aloft here shows up in tan on the water vapor imagery. The water vapor imagery shows us the mid to upper level moisture, and there's none of that. So other than a few passing clouds, we're going to see nada over the weekend as far as precipitation. So dry conditions, high pressure builds in. That's good if you're looking for the sunshine, maybe working on your tan at the pool. But the second cold front, that's one we're watching for next week that could potentially bring us some showers. But yesterday looked a little more aggressive as far as the computer forecasting models. Today, it's starting to kind of fade out, but hopefully we can get some rain out of this. Speaking of rainfall, well, yesterday we had a hurricane. It was a Category 2 hurricane, Hurricane Otto. Today, it's a tropical storm. Lost a little bit of its punch here, and it looks like it will continue to just start to lose energy as it goes out into the Pacific Ocean as it tracks westward. The rest of the United States looks pretty clear. A couple of showers up here in the UP of Michigan, and that's about it. You're taking the boat out today. This is what it looks like for the tides. High tide at 10:34 a.m. Beach and boating forecast seas at 2 feet with a light chop in the bays, and the temperature at the beach today will be 80 degrees. But your forecast over the weekend, dry, a little bit cooler with that cold front coming in, but upper 70s. And then as we get into next week, maybe some showers. Back to you, Stephanie.
All right, well, we'll enjoy that nice weekend. It is traffic time now, and a lot of folks enjoying the shopping deals, getting out and about early. Some volume starting to show up in Bradenton on 301. Ellenson Outlet Mall has been open all night, so there are people out and about at I-75 and 301. But the expressway as of now looks quiet. Things are moving well through Manatee County. As we go down into Sarasota, Fruitville, Bee Ridge, and Clark Roads moving just fine, not seeing any problems. Still early enough, even with the shoppers out there, that we are not running into any problem spots. And then in South County, other than the construction zones, nothing to slow you down, no accidents or delays. It is 5:17, and some sad news out of Hollywood overnight. Florence Henderson, the wholesome actress who was considered the perfect mom, Carol Brady from the Brady Bunch, has died. She died surrounded by family and friends. Millions remember her from the sitcom about the blended family, The Brady Bunch, which first aired in 1969. Florence Henderson was 82 years old. Well, with the holiday season in full swing, many are decorating this weekend. And a popular item on the list, poinsettias. One nursery in Bradenton is looking to help, hosting their annual Poinsettia Drive. While the event will offer several plants to visitors, poinsettias are not the only thing on their mind. This year will be the first without the company's founder. He passed away in August at the age of 93. And his family says this year's sale will be to honor Bill Orban's memory as well as local charity.
He was just one of those guys that I think he was just a leader of men. He was proud of what we do here, and this year we're kind of going to do the open house in his honor.
That's part of the reason why I feel like it's really important for me to do a good job, is to live up to his legacy and my dad's legacy.
The poinsettia sale runs from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. on Saturday. And another life we remember and are thankful for this morning, a woman close to the hearts of ABC7 and our owners, Calkins Media. Ms. Shirley Calkins Ellis passed away this week, and ABC7 Linda Carson takes a look back at her very full life and how she and her family created very high standards for journalism.
Shirley Calkins Ellis's influence was felt strongly here on the Suncoast, even by those who never met her. She was co-owner and vice president of Calkins Media, the parent company of ABC7. She often said, "We run our companies for the betterment of the communities," and it was certainly true in the case of this station. Shirley Calkins Ellis was born into the newspaper business. Her dad, Stanley, founded the Calkins Media Company, and Shirley carried on the family mission.
If you look at how she lived her life, it started and was rooted in local community journalism.
When her dad died in 1973, Shirley, her sisters Carolyn and Sandra, and their brother Bill took over the company.
Shirley was a great lady, very proud of the business and that she inherited from her father. She worked with her siblings in that, and she was very proud of the heritage and the legacy business that her father left to her.
The three sisters, shown here with their mother, raised eyebrows when they bought Bill out in 1984, but they won the respect of the communities they served.
She was the oldest of the three sisters, and you know, I think it's one of the great stories in American journalism about how they continued to persevere after change after change after change in the business.
He says Shirley reminded him of another great American newspaper woman.
In some respects, her story was a bit like Katharine Graham's story, in that she was a wife and a mother and dealt with the sudden passing of her husband.
Shirley lost her husband when she was 48, but she carried on.
She, along with her sisters, were put into the situation where they had to steward a business and did so with incredible courage.
They set high ethical and journalistic standards for their newspapers and TV stations.
She was really big and respectful of the responsibility that came with inheriting that business. She was respectful of the communities and also the employees that worked in all of those businesses.
And Shirley earned the trust of the communities she served.
She cared very deeply about helping the people in the community.
Calkins Media also owns 2 other TV stations, 4 newspapers in Pennsylvania, 1 in New Jersey, and 1 in Homestead, Florida, and ShaleReporter.com. Shirley's sons and grandchildren remain active in the company.
Thank you. That was Linda Carson reporting. Still to come here on Good Morning Suncoast, you don't have to fight through Black Friday crowds to land a great deal, while opting for Cyber Monday may be a better choice. Also coming up this hour, you better watch what you buy for your kids this Christmas. There are toy hazards causing some serious problems. How you can look out for them and what they are. Coming up.
They're coming from Tampa, Fort Myers, even Orlando. They're coming from everywhere for the Sarasota Ford Promise. Our promise means a new car you'll love. If not, return it for one you do. At Sarasota Ford, we promise live market pricing. We monitor national pricing on our entire inventory, so you get the best deal. In fact, we guarantee it. Bring us any competitor's ad and we'll beat it by at least $1,000. That's why they're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford, where 41 meets 301. SarasotaFord.com.
So many possibilities worth exploring. Minnesota Flooring.
And for a limited time, Minnesota Flooring is offering you unbelievable pricing on tile and laminate. Porcelain tile only $1.59. Ceramic tile 99 cents. And 16 by 16 tile $1.19. Laminate flooring is only 99 cents. But these prices won't last. Don't miss out on these great deals. Hurry into Minnesota Flooring today.
Christmas Traditions by Lux Art Silks, where more is merrier. Make your holidays sparkle with style. Browse our amazing showroom, cute collectible cottages, and beautiful Christmas displays. Find the inspiration, selection, and quality you need to deck the halls merry and bright. Christmas Traditions also features the area's largest selection of quality pre-lit Christmas trees, every size, shape, and color, and plenty of decorations to make your home shine for the holidays. Christmas Traditions by Lux Art Silks, where more is merrier. Visit us on New 301, just a quarter-mile north of University Parkway.
Black Friday's biggest deals are still here. That's right, the Black Friday sales event is going strong at Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota. Ram trucks are built tough enough to help you conquer whatever the day may throw your way with all the technology and comfort you'd find in a luxury vehicle. Right now, get over 20% off. That's up to $15,000 off a new Ram 1500. Better prices, bigger selection. Go to Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota.
It is 5:24 this morning, and Black Friday deals are taking over. ABC's Candace Gibson and Adrian Bankert have all the details.
Hey there, in today's Tech Bites, it's Black Friday. So exactly what kind of bargains are they looking for?
A new survey says the most coveted deals for Black Friday and Cyber Monday are TV or entertainment systems. Clothing ranks second on the list, followed by computers or laptops.
Those bargain hunters aren't hitting the brick and mortar stores as often as they have in the past.
That's right. A new Bankrate.com survey finds that just 23% of Americans plan to shop in actual stores today. Most say Black Friday used to be one special day. Now it lasts all month long. And Cyber Monday is expected to be the largest online shopping day in history. That's according to Adobe Digital Insights.
ADI is forecasting that online shopping will increase 11% this year, with nearly $92 billion in total holiday online sales.
And you can do all that shopping in your PJs.
Yes.
You could probably get a great deal on those too.
Just might need a loan for my gift.
Those are your Tech Bites.
Tech Bites, brought to you by Listerine.
Listerine kills 99% of bad breath germs. This is 100% useful for a 100% fresh mouth. Just ask Listerine users, the very people we studied in the study of Bo. People who are statistically more likely to stand up to a bully, do a yoga handstand, and be in a magician's act. Listerine kills 99% of bad breath germs so you can feel 100% in life. Bring out the Bo. Go to boldpercent.com to join the Bold Percent for the chance to win a trip of a lifetime.
We always come to Burlington to buy our coats. And we also come to give them back, to help those in need. Can't beat the brands, the styles, and when we donate a coat at Burlington, we get 10% off our entire purchase. Burlington's been collecting coats for 10 years. Bring in your coats! How do you like your coffee?
Coffee is bitter. Bitter like old family arguments that resurface during the holidays. Nothing a little peppermint mocha won't fix. I like it international, and I expect to be delighted.
Google GoWildHonda.com. Lease a CRV for $219 during Wild's final clearance. Just $219 and 0 down. Now at GoWildHonda.com or visit Wild Honda, Sarasota. It's gotta be wild.
Your daughter just had her first breakup. Do you A, put yourself in her shoes? B, console her?
Don't worry, sweetie. This is gonna happen a lot.
Or C, find her a new boyfriend?
Nice, single boys. That was weird.
As a parent, there are no perfect answers. But you don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same.
Every week on Animal Outtakes, it's a new adventure. From meeting curious lemurs to feeding big cats and hosing down rhinos, there's never a dull moment. And sometimes these amazing animals chime in. Tune in to Animal Outtakes to find out what they have to say. Watch Animal Outtakes every week on ABC 7.
ABC 7 is the most watched, most trusted news source on the Suncoast, and we owe it all to you, our loyal viewers. Thank you for making us #1.
Gold fever has once again swept the nation. And everyone is rushing to Florida to strike it doubly rich. Introducing the $5 million Gold Rush Doubler. We're doubling cash prizes for over $752 million in payouts. And 36 prizes from $1 million to $5 million. The Florida Gold Rush is on. The Florida Lottery, just imagine.
They say good things come to those that wait. Well, you've waited long enough. You deserve to feel fabulous in your fashionable new Fiat 500X from Alfa Romeo Fiat in Sarasota. Boldly innovative, seductively stylish. Fiat gives you everything you'd expect from a capable utility vehicle, like a spacious interior and advanced safety systems, designed and built like a sexy little sportster. Don't wait any longer. You deserve to feel fabulous. Get a new Fiat at Alfa Romeo Fiat of Sarasota.
Being the caregiver for someone you love is truly a blessing. But sometimes you can lose a part of yourself. To be your best, for them and for you, it's important to have time to be able to recharge your batteries. When you call Tidewell Hospice, they can give you a chance to do just that. And with the peace of mind of knowing your loved one is in the very best hands. Tidewell Hospice. It's more than you think.
Google GoWildHonda.com. Lease a Civic for $179 during Wild's final clearance. Just $179 and 0 down. Now at GoWildHonda.com or visit Wild Honda, Sarasota. It's gotta be wild.
Coming up on Good Morning Suncoast, Black Friday deals are still pouring in and the chaotic shopping experiences continue. We'll take a live look around town at all the activity. Plus, are deals this time of year better for locals or businesses? How retailers are benefiting from our hard-earned dollars this holiday season. Plus, the largest barbecue pit sure cooked up some smiles this Thanksgiving. Reactions from a feast that serves nearly 1,000 people.
Live from the ABC 7 studios, this is Good Morning Suncoast. We're here for you.
Good morning and welcome back. I'm Stephanie Roberts here with meteorologist Josh Stone, and we're off to a nice start on this day after Thanksgiving, which is great for the people that want to be out and about. Plenty of shoppers I saw on my way in at 4:30 this morning.
That's good. That's good. The temperatures are actually pretty comfortable outside. The only thing is there is some areas of some patchy fog in the roadway, so just be careful out there. That limits your visibility on the road, so just make sure you give enough space between the car in front of you.
Good advice.
Check out the temperatures right now around the Suncoast. Sarasota sitting at 68 degrees, so that's fairly comfortable. 62 in Bradenton, and down in Venice, 65 degrees. Good morning to you with partly cloudy to mostly clear skies. Titan radar is all quiet at this time. High pressure in control. There is a cold front coming, but looks to be a dry cold front. Bring us some more sunshine. We really could use the rain, but we may get some rain next week. We'll talk about that coming up a little bit later. But highs today topping out in the low 80s.
All right, looks good, and will be nice to have those quiet conditions for the shoppers today. Out on the roadways, still fairly quiet, but of course, as we go throughout the day, we do expect volume to be building. Know that around the shopping centers, there are already people out and about. It looks pretty good, though, in the downtown areas. Bradenton is quiet, not much of a morning commute in terms of people going to work today. I-75 quiet, plenty of traffic building on University, though. Fruitville, Bee Ridge, and Clark Roads will start to see some increased volume as well. But I-75 is accident-free, and it looks good all the way in to South County. We're coming up on 5:32 and topping our news this half hour. Some of us are waking up with a little bit of a turkey hangover, while some people haven't even gone to sleep. They've been up hours shopping for the best deals of Black Friday. ABC's Janae Norman joins us in Washington with how that mega retail event is shaping up around the country.
Instead of focusing on food and family, some anxious holiday shoppers took their appetite for sales straight to shopping centers. Some of the biggest retailers in Dallas opening at 5 p.m., allowing for 30 straight hours of deals. Across the country, businesses are now calling Thanksgiving Gray Thursday, as shoppers are staking out stores to gobble up bargains instead of gobbling down turkey.
And I'm just going to look at some baby stuff real quick and then head over to Walmart for a TV.
Experts say the biggest deals are on electronics, like an HP laptop at Best Buy for $170. These Amazon Fire tablets for $33, and a 55-inch Philips HD Smart TV at Walmart for $290. But in New York, some shoppers say the deals came with more than they bargained for.
It was just a lot of shoving, a lot of pushing.
I think it's too crowded. It's crazy.
And as those shoppers are stuffing their carts with Thanksgiving deals, that means store employees are missing out on stuffing their stomachs with their families.
You're taking care of the customer, I guess, but I'm away from my family. I stepped out of my house and there was so much food being done already. And at this point, I just want to be with my family eating and drinking. That's about it, and having fun.
Some stores are resisting the urge, opting for empty parking lots and registers, then the frenzy of anxious bargain hunters on Thanksgiving. Others say that's just the warm-up.
On this day, it's not that bad, but tomorrow is the real challenge.
Janae Norman, ABC News, Washington.
Well, back here on the Suncoast, the locals have been out all night grabbing bargains. ABC 7's Kate Flexer is on site at the Target store off University Parkway in a very busy shopping plaza on a normal day. How did things look so early this morning, Kate?
Well, good morning, Stephanie. Things are starting to pick up here a little bit, but we've definitely seen some smaller crowds for a couple of different reasons. For one, stores like this Target opened pretty early. They opened last night, actually, around 6 p.m., stayed open all night, so they've had kind of a steady flow of people coming in. Plus, a lot of people can now buy these same items from the comfort of their homes. So we've seen a real decline, especially in the millennials. They're using, their phones and computers to make some of those same purchases. Of course, there are some exceptions to the rule. A lot of people feel like it's a family tradition to get out here and shop.
I think it's
more fun actually going out, like online. You mean
more fun to see it in your hands. For me, it is.
Because like if it ship it, it might break during the process. So like, yeah.
And you have to wait. You pay for it and wait.
Even though crowds are a little smaller this weekend, they're still expected to spend billions of dollars. Stephanie?
All right, well, of course, Kate, Cyber Monday is always an option, too. Do stores do anything to, promote or discourage the online shopping within their brands?
I think a lot more stores are kind of turning to those online venues. You see it even in the commercials. And because, I said those millennials are kind of turning to phones and computers to make those purchases.
All right, well, many are out today enjoying it, so hopefully we'll start to see a bit more of a crowd where you are, but if you want to get out, now is definitely the time to do it. And if you are out shopping or whether you're even waiting for Cyber Monday, we want to hear from you. Tell us some of your family traditions and stories, or even some pictures from being out and about with your family today. You can put them on our Facebook page or go to mysuncoast.com and send us an email. We are also continuing to follow the other things that draw crowds this week. Thousands of people lining the streets for the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. Charlie Brown led the signature balloons as that parade kicked off with a ceremonial ribbon cutting before the parade made its way down Macy's flagship store on 34th Street in New York. Parade goers held signs and balloons as they watched Santa Claus and his reindeer, plus Ronald McDonald and SpongeBob SquarePants pass by. A lot of heavy security this year. Bomb-sniffing dogs, portable radiation detectors in the iconic balloons, with many more road closures than usual. Many of us cherish those well-known events like the parade, but others are starting entirely new events. For the first year, some locals in Texas hosted a cookout that served over 1,000 people at a barbecue. Well, this just wasn't any barbecue, though. This one is the world's largest. Look at the size of this. It has 24 doors, even a propane fajita grill. The barbecue was used on Thanksgiving to help feed the hungry at one Salvation Army event.
We had talked to maybe some hotels about borrowing some oven space, but even then we would not have been able to do it without this truck, and it's just amazing to have this opportunity.
The barbecue pit itself is worth nearly $350,000, but it was used by volunteers for free to help serve up those hot turkey meals. They even took meals to more than 200 people who could not be there. A family in California is overjoyed after one of their loved ones has been found alive this Thanksgiving after being reported missing for nearly 3 weeks. 34-year-old mom Sherry Papini disappeared while jogging in Northern California. Authorities believe she was taken and held captive until she was able to free herself and flag down a passing vehicle. Detectives are talking to Papini about her ordeal, though she is currently recovering in the hospital. The community is thankful for her safe return, with Papini sustaining only minor physical injuries.
It was just a rush of relief and a lot of tears and realizing that it was over in the best possible sense.
Officers continue to look for who was responsible in this case. The sheriff says they're looking for a pair of Hispanic women armed with handguns who could be involved. More good news for another mother, this one in Florida. Health officials and family members are celebrating after new mom Holly Gregory is the first mother to give birth after making it through a Baby and Me tobacco-free program. The program is aimed at helping expectant mothers stop smoking and focusing on living a healthier lifestyle for the good of themselves and their children. While in the program, mothers are tested for tobacco use, and those who stay tobacco-free get a monthly $25 voucher for diapers. Well, if you have any kids, experts are advising that you can be especially cautious this holiday season with what toys you bring home. With a list of the problems, here's ABC's Gloria Rivera.
Tonight, an urgent warning for parents after this toy truck apparently caught fire on a Washington highway.
I couldn't believe this toy, it's in the back of our truck on fire.
Toys R Us has temporarily pulled the truck from sale pending further investigation. The manufacturer telling Fortune magazine it is aware of the incident and working around the clock to identify the cause. This year alone, at least 44 toys have been recalled due to unforeseen hazards. But consumer safety advocates warn many of these recalled toys are still in American homes, and some are even available for purchase online from sites like Craigslist or eBay.
There are third-party sellers online that may not have the oversight to even realize they've been recalled.
To protect consumers, the Attorney General's office in Illinois released a guide listing toys recalled by manufacturers. It includes popular items like the Aero Cruise Sky Rover, which can overheat, Crazy Jewels, which contain traces of lead, and Mugi Plus for babies, a potential choking hazard. The Toy Industry of America says U.S. toy safety requirements are among the strictest in the world. It advises all buyers to buy from reputable stores they trust and to stay up to date on all toy recalls. Gloria Riviera, ABC News, Washington.
All right, something to keep in mind as you shop this holiday season.
That's right.
And weekend weather looks to be good for shopping?
It does actually. Mostly sunny skies, looking pretty good. Actually, it will slightly be cooler.
Well, that sounds festive.
Slightly, but you know, very nice conditions. But we really need some rainfall, and it looks like maybe something could come our way by next week.
Okay, we'll check that out in the forecast. And coming up in health news, does shopping in a big crowd make you anxious? What experts say can help you stay calm during the Black Friday rush. We'll be back.
Designers do it with style.
Tell me what's going on here.
Why, you don't like my hair?
The Mark and Mandy Show. In-depth design ideas.
What is up with the tuck tape here? Let's cover it up.
Amazing beauty and fashion tips.
So Halle Berry has amazing skin. Her secret is coffee grounds.
No.
Delicious recipes.
Today, I'm going to show you a special dish that is sure to please that special someone in your life.
Watch the Mark and Mandy Show right here on your favorite channel.
Today, everyone is looking for carpeting that lasts longer. G. Fried has you covered with Karastan. With a legacy of quality and integrity, we provide you with a huge selection of Karastan carpets with exclusive lifetime limited warranties. All installed by our highly skilled, highly knowledgeable team. Come ask us why Karastan is the best and most durable. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
You only have one life. Are you gambling with it? 1 in 3 adults have high blood pressure. Not knowing your numbers could cause you to lose, big time. Luckily, you can turn the odds in your favor by getting your blood pressure checked today. Don't leave your health to chance. Learn more at heart.org/HPB.
Christmas Traditions by Lux Art Silks, where more is merrier. Make your holidays sparkle with style. Browse our amazing showroom, cute collectible cottages, and beautiful Christmas displays. Find the inspiration, selection, and quality you need to deck the halls merry and bright. Christmas Traditions also features the area's largest selection of quality pre-lit Christmas trees, every size, shape, and color, and plenty of decorations to make your home shine for the holidays. Christmas Traditions by Lux Art Silks, where more is merrier. Visit us on New 301, just a quarter-mile north of University Parkway.
Selling your home? Insist on a 3D showcase tour from Gulf Shores Realty. Virtual tours are flat and boring and look more like a slideshow than a tour. A 3D tour from Gulf Shores Realty is like actually walking through the home without the drive. Get instant access to your next home from any device. Multiple views give homebuyers a perspective like no other. For a limited time, mention ABC7 and Gulf Shores Realty will provide a complimentary 3D tour with your new listing.
They're coming from Tampa, Fort Myers, even Orlando. They're coming from everywhere for the Sarasota Ford Promise. We promise we're more than a dealership. We're a destination with a movie theater, massage room, aquarium, cafe, and more. We promise to give you top dollar for your trade, even if you don't buy from us. And if you do, we promise you the best deal. Bring us any competitor's ad and we'll beat it by at least $1,000. That's why they're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford, where 41 meets 301. SarasotaFord.com.
Is your old garage door stuck or broken? Would a new one give you a lift? Let Precision Door Overhead Garage Door Service of Sarasota come to the rescue with prompt and affordable repair service. Replacement doors come with an array of styles and colors, and they are rated to meet and exceed Florida standards. From estimates to installation, your satisfaction is our priority. If you're not 100% satisfied with any product, service, or installation, we will make it right, because Precision Door Service is a name you can trust.
Okay, good morning, everyone. Good to see you on this Friday morning. We finally made it to the weekend, and we're starting off our Friday with a current temperature 68 here in Sarasota. It is 70 in Cortez. A little bit cooler inland, 58 for you in Arcadia, 53 in Lake Placid. So low to mid 50s, and even the low 60s and upper 60s here along the coast. I'll tell you, folks, maybe you're just coming down here from the north, trying to settle in. But about 4 weeks ago, The red tide smell was terrible. And if you're going to Venice, say the North Jetty, Venice Beach, or Minnesota Beach, this area, there's slight issues with the red tide, but most areas are pretty low, if not non-existent. But the National Weather Service has issued a beach hazard statement for these areas, so just keep that in mind if you have respiratory issues. But 4 weeks ago, it was horrible. Longboat Key and Lido Key, even Siesta Key. The smell of just dead fish was not very pleasant. Anyway, let's talk about the radar right now, and it's all quiet, nothing to show you here. Dry air aloft. There could be some passing clouds today, just like yesterday, so we're calling for mostly sunny to partly cloudy skies, but there is a cold front coming down from the northwest. Look what happens. It dries out because dry air behind it settling in over the peninsula. That's going to be the case over the next several days. We really could use the rainfall, and this cold front over the weekend doesn't look to bring us any at all. So dry conditions. If you're looking for sunshine, you came to the Sunshine State, you're going to get it. But with only 0.01 inches of rainfall for the entire month of November, yeah, we're kind of dry. So it looks like there is another cold front coming your way that could come by maybe Thursday of next week that potentially could bring us some rain. So hopefully that'll happen. Well, it looks like you picked a pretty good spot to come to. Sarasota sitting at 68 degrees right now, while up here in Minot, North Dakota, 28 degrees, 34 in Minneapolis. I've been storm chasing in these areas. Not a lot going on up there other than some good storms in the upper Midwest in the summertime, and even the blizzards in the wintertime. But right now it's cold up there. It's more comfortable here. As far as storms go, well, we have a tropical storm down here in Central America. Actually, it was a hurricane, a Category 2 hurricane yesterday. Wind sustained at 70 miles per hour, but this is Otto, and Otto will continue to move into the Pacific Ocean westward, lose its strength over the cooler waters. But you know, we still are in hurricane season, but it officially ends at the end of November, which is this coming Wednesday. So it peaks in September, and then for November, the activity deteriorates. As you can see, November 30th is Wednesday. It's the last day of the season. But temperatures are looking pretty nice, more normal by the weekend. And then we could maybe get some rain with this next cold front coming our way the latter part of next week. Stephanie?
All right, looks good, and the roadways are looking good so far this morning as well. No big delays out there. It is a day off of work for many, many people, but the retailers are out working and the shoppers are heading out as well. So we do expect a lot of travel on the roadways today. Already the building volume in spots in 301 and 41 in Bradenton. I-75 looks fine, both in Manatee and Sarasota counties. A few slowdowns now showing up on Fruitville Road East. Bee Ridge and Clark Road still looking good, and it is accident and delay free all the way into South County. It is 5:48, and the holidays can be a difficult time for people who are watching their weight. The day after a big Thanksgiving meal can leave us feeling with a little bit of diet remorse, but overindulging on one day is not a make it or break it moment for your diet. Dietitians say keeping some turkey and veggies as leftovers is okay, but maybe consider sending the pies home with your guests. It also helps to know your weaknesses.
Food is obviously the energy that it provides your body, but the other side of the coin is that it's going to be the connectivity, the relationships, the culture, the tradition, and it's important to embrace that as well and not feel the guilt from it, and just know that I'm going to enjoy this time, and the next day I'll be right back on track.
You can also help yourself out during holiday meals by remembering to eat until you're about 80% full and not until you feel stuffed. This will make it easier to get back on track the next day. The holiday shopping season is a busy time, and it's easy to find yourself in a big crowd, especially if you head to the stores today. Well, if you find yourself feeling uneasy in a big crowd, doctors recommend that you stand still. You keep your eyes up and looking out, and try to describe any uneasy feelings that you may be having and rate your discomfort to yourself. Doctors say it's important that you don't try to fix your feelings. If you know that you struggle to feel comfortable in big crowds, it's a fear that can be overcome with a little bit of practice.
Get out and practice, get out and practice in crowds. The good things, generally speaking, are the crowds aren't dangerous and the panicky feeling's not dangerous. What we do is, because it feels odd and it starts to generate feeling of dangerousness, we tend to think that we're in a dangerous spot. We're not in danger at all.
If you have trouble with crowds, try to introduce yourself to crowded situations a little at a time, and that'll allow you to get more comfortable. Well, many Americans consider bringing a pet into their home during the holiday season, but that's a lot to consider about protecting your pet's health while you adopt an animal. ABC 7's Alex Redmond has details.
This little guy is getting an annual checkup.
We adopted Buddy from the Minnesota Humane Society about 4 years ago, and he had heartworms, and we were a little nervous, but
it didn't look good for Buddy, says Mary Ellen Mancini.
Well, they did tell us that there's a chance that they won't make it, but we felt like we were going to take a chance.
Mancini is not alone.
Oh, she was a mess. I came out from an appointment and she was underneath my car. We went and took her to the vet to make sure she was okay. We all naturally got her fleas and ticks out and gone.
An American Pet Product Association survey estimates Americans spent more than $15 billion on veterinary care in 2015. Those numbers projected to rise $500 million in 2016.
It really runs across the board here. It could be almost anything from skin disease, chronic ear infections, arthritis, chronic urinary tract infections, heart disease.
Surgery and cancers are among other health conditions that may affect your pet, says VMD veterinarian Dr. Howard Small.
Pet insurance is very underutilized in the U.S. right now. And if every single pet that's adopted could have pet insurance, we would never ever have to make a financial decision based on the health of your pet.
Dr. Small says there are several pet insurances that you can choose from. His 3 best bets are Embrace, VPI, which is veterinary pet insurance, and Trupanion.
8-year-old dog develops a tumor in the abdomen, needs $3,000 worth of surgery. 90% of that is going to be covered by pet insurance.
Congenital defects are now covered by many pet insurance companies as well, says Dr. Small, a consideration for all pet owners because, like Mancini says, they are a part of our family.
We took it all in stride and treated him, and I'm happy to report he's the sweetest, best dog in the whole world, and we are in love with him.
Dr. Small says that many vet...
All right, that was Alex Redmond reporting. Also coming up on Good Morning Suncoast, forget the traditional nativity scene this Christmas. A new version of an old favorite is becoming very popular. We'll show you. Stay with us.
ABC 7's My Suncoast News app is better than ever with a brand new design that's faster and easier to use. Download our free My Suncoast News app on your mobile device at your app store of choice. Powered by the Eye Associates, providing sight for life. This holiday season, give the greatest gifts of all, safety and peace of mind. Subaru offers more 2016 IIHS Top Safety Pick Plus winners than any other brand. And now, during the Subaru Share the Love event, you can lease the most award-winning small SUV on the planet. A new 2017 Subaru Forester for just $209 a month. Or get 0% financing. Get more for your money. Go to Sunset Subaru in Sarasota.
Attention, this is an important message for anyone who has taken Xarelto or Pradaxa. If you or a loved one took the blood thinner medication Xarelto or Pradaxa and was then hospitalized for internal bleeding, you may be entitled to significant compensation. Xarelto and Pradaxa have been linked to serious, even fatal internal bleeding. If you suffered a stroke, heart attack, or serious internal bleeding, or if a loved one died after taking Xarelto or Pradaxa, call us now. Our network of attorneys have years of experience fighting the big pharmaceutical companies and is ready to fight for you. Potential claims are being reviewed for users of Xarelto or Pradaxa who have suffered severe bleeding or hemorrhaging, stroke, or even death. Our network of experienced attorneys is ready to fight for you. You won't pay a thing unless your case is settled. Call today for a free confidential consultation. Don't fight this alone.
Please call 800-928-6604. That is 800-928-6604.
So many possibilities worth exploring. Minnesota Flooring.
Looking for carpet? Look no further. Minnesota Flooring has Smart Strand carpet as low as $1.79 per square foot. Installed, no add-ons or extras. Unbelievable? Minnesota Flooring can have in-stock carpet installed in your home in 48 hours for as low as $1.99 per square foot. Don't miss these prices. Visit Minnesota Flooring today.
Gold fever has once again swept the nation. And everyone is rushing to Florida to strike it doubly rich. Introducing the $5 million Gold Rush Doubler. We're doubling cash prizes for over $752 million in payouts. And 36 prizes from $1 million to $5 million. The Florida Gold Rush is on. The Florida Lottery, just imagine.
They say good things come to those that wait. Well, you've waited long enough. You deserve to feel fabulous in your fashionable new Fiat 500X from Alfa Romeo Fiat in Sarasota. Boldly innovative, seductively stylish. Fiat gives you everything you'd expect from a capable utility vehicle, like a spacious interior and advanced safety systems, designed and built like a sexy little Sportster. Don't wait any longer. You deserve to feel fabulous. Get a new Fiat at Alfa Romeo Fiat of Sarasota.
5:55. If you were afraid that politics would be the most potentially awkward topic at holidays this year, well, maybe you haven't seen this yet. It's awkward. The hipster nativity set. It's a modern take on the traditional nativity scene. So the wise men are on Segways. They're bearing gifts from Amazon Prime. There's a latte drinking Mary and a man bun sporting Joseph, and they're taking a selfie with baby Jesus. Orders are through the roof for the set's maker, Modern Nativity, who says within a week of launching the product, they're selling some 500 sets a day. Well, I guess if you can have a sense of humor about the way it all began, then...
That's classic. That
yeah,
really
no,
is.
that is pretty funny. I don't know if that's something everyone would be a fan of, but it definitely is a good one. So
I like that.
Things like that in all the stores today for all the people out and about. It is 5:56, and we'll be right back with today's top stories.